Welcome, friends, families, faculty. Thank you all for being here this evening to celebrate this momentous occasion, to reminisce about the memories of the class of 2019, and to send out this extraordinary group of young students into their lives ahead. Of course, I'd like to start off by extending a warm shout out to all the individuals who have made our time here unique and memorable and exceptional. Thank you to the Board of Education, Dr. Brookman, Dr. Bean, Dr. Nagel, Mr. Chavez, Mrs. Comanali, Mrs. McGilvray, and Mr. Corsi. And thank you to the endlessly inspiring teachers.
This year, the class of 2019 has decided to give back to our school community by purchasing a gift to benefit the advancement of technology used throughout our school's campus.
A new state-of-the-art charging station will be installed in the cafeteria for all students to use. This addition to our school's technology arsenal will greatly benefit the GHS community.
As the class of 2019, we hope this gift will be used for years to come. Thank you.
Somebody to lean on. You just call down me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you understand. We all need somebody to lean on. I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. If there is a load you have to bear.
It is my honor tonight to make the presentation to the students who have a grade point average of 4.75 or higher through the third quarter of their senior year in the class of 2019. The reason we honor these students is because their achievement for the past 4 years has been so outstanding. Jacob Davis is a member of the National Honor Society, Foreign Language National Honor Society, Mu Alpha Theta Math National Honor Society, National Business Honor Society, Science National Honor Society, and is an AP Scholar with honors. Jacob is a recipient of Sohum Shaw is a member of the National Honor Society, Foreign Language National Honor Society, Mu Alpha Theta Math National Honor Society, and the Science National Honor Society. Sohum is a National Merit Finalist, an AP Scholar with distinction, and the recipient of a gold medal on the National Spanish exam. Sohum will attend the University of California, Berkeley, where he will study engineering, mathematics, and statistics. Congratulations.
Go Sohum!
Search test. Janessa Marie Solano. Jack David Savigny.
Sohum! Woo!
small talk, work and the weather. Your guard is up, and I know why. Because the last time you saw me is still burned in the back of your mind. You gave me roses, and I left them there to die. So this is me swallowing my pride, standing in front of you, saying I'm sorry for that night. And I go back to December all the time. It turns out freedom ain't nothing but missing you, wishing I'd realized what I had when you were mine. I go back to December, turn around and make it alright. I go back to December all the time. These days I haven't been sleeping, staying up, playing back myself, leaving when your birthday passed and I didn't call. Then I think about summer, all the beautiful times I watched you laughing from the passenger side, and realized I loved you in the fall. And then the cold came, the dark days when fear crept into my mind. You gave me all your love, and all I gave you was goodbye. So this is me swallowing my pride, standing in front of you, saying I'm sorry for that night.
Alright. What is his favorite flower? Let's see who Sohum. Peony, roses, tulips, or lilies? Yeah, there we go. Good job. Nice, I think yes. Alright, what is Sohum's favorite song? Walk With Me by Taylor Swift. This Town by Elnira Horn. She Will Be Loved by Maroon 5, or Hotel California by the Eagles. Oh, wow. Oh, I know, I like you Walk With Me better. Let's see. I beat you. I'm coming for you. All right, which of the following is not a nickname of his? O'Connor, Bea, Duke, or XOM? Let's see, this is kind of a tough one. Yep, it's not. You'd never thought you'd do it. Alright, next. What is Sohum's biggest pet peeve? Chewing with your mouth open, people touching their eyes, being late to things, or mouth breathing? You don't know.
Sachi? Sachi? Hey, Sachi. You should have the top 3 people come up.
Alright, let's
Take a
get
bow.
methane gas.
Go methane gas.
And you us up here. Gosh, who's coming?
on the other note, Sohum, I'd like to take this opportunity to sing just one more praise for you. Sohum, you filled our lives with joy, socks, laughter, and pride. Dad and I are so proud of you for the young man you have become, and we know for a fact that you're ready for college. I only hope to remind you that your life has so much to hold, and I hope you experience it to its fullest. I admit it saddens us to see you start your rest of your life. However, it cannot compare to how happy we are and how proud we are to know you're so well prepared and dedicated to your dreams. Never lose sight of that, and never compromise on anything to reach your dreams. We love you, and we're so proud of you.
Hey, Jonas!
So I know you're super excited to hear this speech, but unlike a traditional graduation speech where someone walks up and addresses a bunch of people wearing the same robe and the same hat about the importance of individuality, we collectively decided we're not going to write you a speech. But don't worry, we don't hate you that much, and frankly, you're one of the few people we still find more interesting than our phones. So we decided for the next 3 minutes and 57 seconds, we're gonna take a more creative approach to things, and I'll just leave it at that. You can see what happens.
Three, two, one. Okay.
Yeah, they're cheering and cheering and cheering and cheering. They're cheering for me.
Started something new, so I'll travel with me.
I've been working hard to get into Berkeley.
Left my legacy back in Glastonbury.
Moving to Cali to get a college degree.
I know all these people gonna miss me,
but I'll be in good hands, you don't have to worry.
Smartest people in the world, they got me.
Let me tell my story, it's the deepest journey. Grad's plan. Grad's plan.
Always wear socks, never don't, yuck. Used to bite my sister's nose, 8 notes. Brady with another ring, 8 blessed. Might go down as GO8T, yuck. I'm a coach, you wanna be, yuck, Steve. Carry my team from Shokesy.
And still, engineering, math and stats, see the things that they wishing and wishing and wishing and wishing and wishing on me. Family, got a lot of family, they'll be cheering and cheering and cheering and cheering and cheering for me. Hey, hey.
You can't ask, do you love me? I answer only partly. I only love my donuts in Berkeley. I'm sorry, can't close the part of my tiny booty. Missing home, I can't believe it, even Sachi.
And you know me, ditching all my classes like they Huskies, dog. I'm a nightmare, just like a daydream. Imagine if I never was a Swiftie. Grad's plan. Grad's plan.
Do this on my own, hey, yo, hey. To all my cousins, adios, you the goats. I've been me since East Paul, hey. Started off as BETA, wait. Became an Auntie G, namaste. As for my major, give you 3, yo.
And still, engineering, math and stats, these are things that they wishing and wishing and wishing and wishing and wishing on me. Guarantee, it's a guarantee that we'll be missing and missing and missing and missing you down in Cali.
Sohum. What an interesting guy. You know, I met Sohum in 6th grade in our homeroom, and what we didn't know then is that we made a friendship that would last a lifetime. But forget about middle school. High school is where the real memories were made. So here are some of them. The late night runs to Taco Bell.
Taking remedial physics with the legendary hot dog.
When you invited me to a crew party disguised as a Christmas party.
The many mornings at Ken's.
The rigorous training at my basketball clinic.
When I had to sleep on the floor at your after prom party, and also at the after ball party.
The many times you sing Taylor Swift all around so the world can hear you.
And of course, the many hours spent building robots together. We've made a lot of fun memories in the past few years, and I hope we can continue this summer and in the years to come.
All right. I've known Sohum for a very long time. Too long. I've known him since the 2nd grade, but we've been friends since the 3rd. We don't talk about 2nd grade. He's changed a lot since elementary school. He's lost a lot of his old habits. I'm not talking about his eating habits. He doesn't want me to talk about them, but you know what? I'll share. You're going to college. He would take this cheese, right, off his pizza, right? School pizza, Friday nights, you know, takes it off, dips it into his chocolate milk, and then eats it. Only Sohum could think of that and now that I think of it, right, then insist, best thing he's ever had, okay? You know, I'm glad he got into Berkeley, but nothing is more prestigious than the Buddy Boy Club back in the day. Yep. Oh man, he ruled that institution with an iron fist. The 3 of us, it was me, him, and Will Zapiri. We were a solid group right there. When we ran the mile, right, he said, if anybody beats him, they would be banished from the club. Banished from the club. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. That is why I ran an 11-minute mile in the 3rd grade. 11 minutes, Sohum. I went from an 8-minute to an 11-minute mile in 3rd grade, just because of you. Yeah, so he's grown a lot. He's made some great decisions over the years, and I'm happy to see him grow up. But for the love of God, quit crew already. Stop. All right, Sohum.
All right, thank you.
There's a picture. Get a picture.
So we got a picture, so hold on.
Sohum and my paths have crossed. Sohum and my paths have crossed in many suspicious ways over the years. First, when we were very little in Taekwondo, I had no idea that I'd become such close friends with you over the years, but despite your talent, there was one problem with Taekwondo for you. You didn't like the obedience just for the sake of obedience. You're too smart for that. You had to, figure out what was going on, why he was saying things, and so, just automatic obedience didn't really work for you. Ironically, you did crew, so. Coach Steve changed you in that way. Then we met re-met in 7th grade, and we spent a year growing up together. I have some great memories from that. And then you disappeared for a year. I was like, where did Sohum go? And then 9th grade, we both showed up to the first day of the first season of Crew. And somehow, naturally, automatically, we grew close again. And over the next 4 years, he's become just my brother. He has done so much for me. He's pulled me literally hundreds of miles. Like, rowing, I was sitting in the back doing nothing. He literally pulled me hundreds of miles. In Philadelphia at Nationals, he pulled me across the finish line at States to win. We have shared our greatest successes, our greatest failures, and hundreds of unforgettable moments. You have been integrated into part of the framework of my memories of Glastonbury, and I will not be able to forget you. I don't think I'll ever find a more dedicated worker or better friend when you go and take over the world. Good luck with that. I'm gonna miss you.
Frank.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
All right. Oh no. All right. My friend.
Hello everyone, my name is Frank Tabano, and I'm standing here today and I'm looking at Sohum, and there's a lot of things that are rushing into my brain. When you look at Sohum, you think of many things. You think of a hard worker, you think of a rower, you think of a brother, a relative, a son. I think of him as one of my best friends. Sohum, when we first met, one of the experiences I remember was in 7th grade when I begged you to help me with my math homework. Help is a very generous word. I was kind of more asking him to do it for me. And you know, that's a long time ago. But Sohum and I really became friends junior year when we both were on the same boat in the fall season. And from there, we kind of shared our love of Crew and how much we loved Coach Steve over there in the back. What's going on, Steve? That's him. Me and Sohum and I'm sorry. We had a lot of good times together on the boat, and we also had a lot of good times together in the car when he drove me to school almost every day for about 3 months. Gotta thank him for that right now, because I didn't actually thank him then. You inspire me every day with your determination and your work ethic. And honestly, we're gonna be losing a big part of what makes Glastonbury still kind of okay. So, California's gonna be lucky to have you, man.
Okay, so I'm going to be giving the last speech for the night, and then we're going to have dinner and the DJ, so just a little bit longer. Sohum, sit down. I don't want you next to me for this. Okay. Oh, sorry. Just give us one moment. Yep, perfect. All right, so I've got to say I'm a bit conflicted about giving this speech. You know, I mean, on one hand, I did write this speech for this moment, but on the other hand, he's had enough praises, so I don't want to make his head bigger than it is. Okay. So I was writing up this speech this morning, obviously, and I really had to dig deep and think about what it was that I wanted to say about my brother. So I thought, what better way to up my word count than show a few pictures. I say they represent 1,000 words, right? So that got me thinking, okay, what am I going to tell you guys about everything going on behind the scenes of these pictures, right? So behind this picture, Sohum was probably like mocking me before he had mom and dad click it. Or, oh, he was probably like annoying me before this one, you know, or pinching me, then trying to soothe me into not telling mom, right? So then I say again, I was pretty conflicted. So I was searching a little more for some better pictures, and I realized there was a lot of unphotographed moments in our childhood, both pleasant and unpleasant, right? Those would be, to name a few, maybe the swinging lessons where I bruised my tailbone because he told me to jump off, right? I was 5 years old. The snow days when we would play outside, and then I'd start rolling down the hill, and then he wouldn't get me. It's okay. Or maybe the times that he would take the blame for something I had done, you know, perks of being the younger sibling, right? Anyway, suffice to say, there was a lot of little moments that didn't get photographed, as you see here. But I realized those were the moments that we remembered the most. Those were the ones that made us siblings. As we got older, the unphotographed moments were a bit different. It was no longer rushing back from school to watch the next episode of Cyber Chase, but it was all the car rides back from regattas or pasta parties, all the inside jokes that mom and dad just never understood, or when we'd talk in Spanish, you know, just because they couldn't understand us. And those are the parts that I'm going to miss. So I realize I haven't given a speech so far, rather than a detailed timeline of my thoughts, but I would like to say that I'm going to miss all those unphotographed moments. I know you're going to do some amazing things at Berkeley. Probably going to have to live up to that. But good luck, Sohum. Love you. All right.
They're honestly probably the most patient people I've ever met, or at least they're that patient with me. From all the times where I've refused to just sit quietly, to even this morning when I left the milk out on the counter for probably the 1,000th time. You know, they tell me about it, they tell me to become a better person, and then it's kind of forgotten. So, thank you, you two, for helping me become a better person and the person I am today. So, I had a solid 1 year and 364 days. The reason I say that is because she won't ever let me say 2 years with my parents until Sachi came along to crash the party. It took me a few days to figure out what was going on, but I quickly realized that my life coach had just arrived. So throughout my life so far, nobody, not even my actual coaches, have pushed me as hard as she has. Every minute, actually every second, of my life is almost like a constant test with her. Fortunately, she tests me to make me a better person, so if there's one person who I'm gonna miss unequivocally the most, it's gonna be my sister Sachi. So, on the topic of coaches, I've gotta give a massive thanks to Coach Steve and Coach Peoples for taking the time and celebrating here with us. What you've taught me and the time you've given to me really has meant a lot. So I've learned a lot of lessons and managed to gain a little bit of wisdom over the years, and I think a large part of that, the reason I've been able to do so is because of the size of my family, as you can all see here today. When I was born, I had 6 great-grandparents and 4 grandparents, all of whom I've had the opportunity to interact with and get to know very well. So while my great-grandparents and 2 of my grandparents are no longer here with us, I'm positive they'd be very proud of the lessons I've learned from them and what I've achieved from those lessons. And I've also got to give a massive thanks to my uncles and aunts. From the times that I was put on top of refrigerators for misbehaving, to just a few months ago when I needed a few more people to help me out with my college essays, my uncles and aunts have all been like second parents to me, and I'm so glad I've had each and every one of you. Finally, I could not have done most, if not all, of what I've been able to do without my cousins and my friends. I mean, they were just up here. I think they were pretty revealing. And as Joe very, very obviously pointed out, I definitely needed a lot of help. So, for my cousins, for as far back as I can remember, they've always been some of my best friends. Whether we were making paper wings together, or just playing pickle in the basement, I gotta thank you guys for being my oldest friends. And to my friends, thanks for always being there when I've needed you guys. Whether it be tough practices, tough days, or things as simple as when I needed help with my basketball shot, or I guess the cheese with the milk, which I didn't think would be brought up. I guarantee I would not be who I am if it wasn't for you guys. So I said earlier, it really took a village to raise me, and thank you all for being part of that village.
this Prince song inside my head. Hands up if you're down to get down tonight, 'cause it's always a good time.